Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright you guys, so it's 7 in the morning. I have a lot to do today. Very busy day, and I know that if I didn't do my video now, it wouldn't get done, so that's why I'm still home. I ain't even got my makeup and clothes and stuff together, so y'all, that's gonna have to do today. Just a few things before we get started with top of the blogs. The blackout, it is coming, and I know that you guys are probably hearing more and more about it because we about to blitz y'all with the the blackout and all the information coming. I had posted a video on accident. We're trying to get together this collaboration video, so I was posting the video for somebody to take off of YouTube privately, and somehow it came up and everybody was able to see it. I didn't even realize it, so I took it back down. But anyway, you guys will see that video eventually, but just letting you guys know the blackout's coming September 5th out here in Atlanta at the Crow's Nest from 3 to 8 p.m. It's going to be all of the YouTubers that we've been talking about that's coming. Me, Kevin, and Mikhail, Scorpion Show, Sweet Addictions TV, Bondi Blue, Ashley Miller, Miss PTV, Much Love from Kentucky, your boy Nunu, A Connection TV, you guys know Wes, and Messy Miles. I think that's it. Those are the featured people. Of course, anybody can come. It's an open event for everybody. They're going to have food and alcohol. Alcohol will not be free, so you guys will have to pay for the alcohol, and of course you have to be 21 to drink. But yeah, it's open to everybody, so it's coming up, and I'm hoping that everybody who's able to will make it a point to come out and meet us all. Okay, so it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to it. We're also having we were going to have a toy drive, but we're not going to do a toy drive. We're going to do a school supply drive, so you guys can bring a we're asking that everybody brings a school supply, and we're going to donate it to whatever foundation that they choose to donate it to. So yeah, that's it on the blackout. Sure hope that you guys are all coming. I'm anxious to meet everybody. And that's pretty much it about the blackout, you guys. You'll be hearing more and more about it as it gets closer. September 5th, though. Are you coming? Okay, you guys, I'm going to talk about this whole thing with Amanda Steinberg and Kylie Jenner, and then, Andy Cohen getting his ass up in the mix. The whole thing about cultural appropriation. First of all, do I feel like the Kardashians appropriate black culture? Definitely so. I mean, we all know that. I thought Amanda or Amandala? Whatever her name is, you guys. I thought what she said was very eloquently written, but I also feel like it's so easy to attack the Kardashians. They're just like public enemy number one. Everybody's always going off and going on and on about them and the things that they do. They're not the only ones who do it, but we definitely see that they do it. I thought it was fine that the girl wrote that. It did seem a little bit more personal because she, has some sort of friendship / relationship with Jaden Smith. And then, Kylie, for her to respond, it just kind of seemed like it became like this whole teenage, Twitter beef that everybody injected themselves into. But of course, everybody is injecting themselves because it was on Twitter. I don't even really know what to say about it. It's just like, okay, that was her opinion. And I agree. We as black people, I mean, we're used to people stealing from our culture. Like Amanda, what is the child name, you guys? I was reading something that she had wrote, and she says, wouldn't it be great if people loved black people as much as they love black culture? We see it. They love the hip-hop culture. They love the black culture, but ain't nobody trying to be black. They steal the look and all of that. I'm just so tired of talking about race and all, And then for Andy to jump in when I was watching that Watch What Happens Live when Laverne Cox and Andre Leon Talley was on there. And when he brought that up, I was like, this is just a bad idea. You need to just leave it alone. Because race is such a hot issue right now. For him to kind of make light of it and feel like, oh, it's no big deal. Even if he felt that way, maybe that's something you didn't need to share. He's making light of people culture being taken advantage of, and then for Laverne Cox, she wrote this big, long essay on her Tumblr about, why she felt like she didn't want to get in the middle of that. She definitely has her thoughts on cultural appropriation. He shouldn't have did it. He should have just left it alone, because it's a deeper issue than whether or not just if Kylie wants to wear cornrows. It's way more to it. Definitely not an issue that you can discuss in the last minute of a show. This is like a really in-depth conversation that needs to be had about cultural appropriation. It happens a lot. Even the top designers right now there's a lot. You can see the influence in so many things. And yeah, it does suck that they steal. And and that there's no credit given. They'll even say something like they came up with it. I remember seeing an article about Northwest hair, and they're saying that, now it's the in thing to do to wear your hair natural. And I was just thinking to myself, like, first of all, Northwest is a beautiful girl, hair is beautiful and all of that. But, when you look at Northwest, you don't think natural hair, because natural hair to me is black people hair. 4B, 4C textured hair. And kids been wearing their hair like that for 100 years. Afro puffs, and I used to love to put Jada's hair in in two big Afro puffs. And so it was just like, when I read that article, I was just like, okay, so she's starting a trend, even though we've been doing, people been doing. So those are the type of examples when, you read something or you see something, they're saying that the full lip was in. We've been having this shit all this time. Now, what the fuck was it before it became in? Yeah, it's a way more deeper issue. I don't feel like talking about all that, you guys, but I knew if I didn't mention it, somebody was going to be like, we're talking about, I don't want to talk about these type of things on Top of the Blogs. I've told you guys, like, every time when I put Top of the Blog, like, ask for suggestions, I always say entertainment related, and this is sort of entertainment related, so that's why I did it. But unless it's like a super large big issue, I try to avoid super serious conversations, because that's not what you guys come to me for, right? Nobody's coming to me for the news. We like to be here and we like to have a good time and talk, and that is what I like to keep Top of the Blogs. When my shit starts to get really heavy, there's a time when I used to do a lot of news subjects with my Top of the Blogs, and it used to drag my videos down, I thought. So that's why I like try to limit serious conversations to like 1 or 2 topics. But if it's something that's really large, of course, like when these police killings was going on and all of that, then yes, we'll talk about it. But yeah, y'all just don't even be feeling like all that, you guys. So anyway, that's it. You guys leave your comments about the whole Amanda versus Kylie Jenner situation. Do I think that people needed to get in their fight and, attacked either one of them? No, but Kylie Jenner is like, they attacked this girl for so many reasons now. That's why I said she's just an easy target now. But yeah, let them kids be kids and discuss it and, have their opinions and all. Like, I don't even, whatever, you guys. Let's move on. We the puffy, you guys. Okay. Seems like Chris Brown weasels his way into my Top of the Vlogs at least every other week. I be trying to retire that boy, but yeah, you guys, Chris Brown, his new home that he just moved into recently was invaded. He had a home invasion robbery. He wasn't home. However, his aunt was there. He was in LA at the time, but he wasn't there. His aunt was there. It said a little bit after midnight, 3 guys was in the house. When she confronted them, they pointed a gun to her head and forced her into the closet, and then they ransacked the house and stole a bunch of clothes and jewelry and money and got away. And then of course once they left, she called the police, and Chris Brown and everybody came back to the house. But yeah, terrible. I don't really understand why it is this easy to access this boy's home. He just moved into this house. He had another house. I don't know if he left the other house because he had a break in there. Remember, he had like one of his extreme stand fans broke in and was staying there. I think she had cooked some food and was there a couple of days while he was out the country. That girl was arrested and all of that. So I think he moved into this new house, and you would think that with the money that Chris Brown has, that he would have a state-of-the-art type of alarm. Okay, I don't know what the fuck he got going on in that house, but it sure shouldn't be this easy for 3 boys to just break in. Now, of course, everybody is saying that it was an inside job, which I definitely can believe that. He has a whole bunch of people around him. We already know that the people around him are not benefiting him. He has proclaimed that he's a blood. I'm sure that the people that he's hanging around ain't got nowhere near the amount of money that he has. And this is when you have to be really conscious and aware of the people that are around you, and people that want something from you and that can steal from you. He posted on Instagram this one huge ass room. It looked like it might have been in his basement, just with a whole bunch of clothes and shoes. I mean, literally looked like it was a store. Like you might have been shining a camera down into like a TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I mean, just that type of huge racks and racks and racks and racks and racks of clothes and shoes on the wall. So he's been flossing and showing what he has, and you should be able to do that. But you have to remember that everybody out there that's watching you do not have your best interests at heart. That's I know y'all tired of me talking about when them motherfuckers broke in my house. But yeah, it made me draw back a lot of things that I used to want to post and share. It made me cut a lot of that back, because you just don't never know who's watching. And then of course his mom posted on Twitter, be careful who's around you, or watch who's around you. I think he and his mom are going through something right now and are not currently speaking, or have like a strained relationship. And part of it is because the mom does not really, approve of the lifestyle of Chris Brown as of late. Cannot blame the woman. And then of course we know about his baby mama, who's been trying to get more money out of him for child support. They're in a current court case, I believe, trying to establish joint custody and work out the whole, child support issues. Part of the reason that the mom had said originally that she needed more money is because she needed to provide security for the baby. I'm sure she's going to use this to further support that she needs more money. We'll see if it works. I definitely would be concerned about having my child around Chris Brown and the motherfuckers that he hangs out with, and my child being there and possibly being just a victim of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, so I mean, it's just a mess. Chris Brown is a magnet for mess. I mean, I don't care if he's trying to do good or if he's trying to do bad, okay? It just never ever works out right. I hope he gets that damn security system together, but like I said, it's probably somebody that done had the code and shit and walked on in with no problem. Glad everybody is okay. Chris Brown, get that alarm system together, brother man, and get yourself and your family safe. So right before I was going to sleep last night, you guys, I saw on the news, this whole case with Young Thug is crazy. First of all, Young Thug got arrested yesterday. What you want? I'm doing a video. You ain't been asleep? You been up all this time? I said, you been up all this time? You're gonna be tired. You done came out and stepped all in the water. What you coming down here for? I said, you done came out and stepped all in the water.
Not a lot.
Don't be having them fingernail clippings all over the place. Is Jada asleep?
I'm sleepy as a mug.
You're gonna get on that plane and not sleep either.
I know. I feel like I'm gonna plane not sleeping. As soon as I get there late, I'm gonna be sleepy. I don't know when I'm gonna sleep.
You guys gonna be all thrown off.
Jada went to sleep though. Jada went to sleep early.
Did she?
You wanna finish with your video?
Yeah, I just got a couple more things. Alright.
Wanna have a live cast?
No.
Alright.
Sorry, you guys. The babies is about to go to LA, so now Joe is gonna be in the back of the camera. You real excited about that? So yeah, that's one of the things that, I'm trying to run them around and get them ready for their trip. But anyway, back to Young Thug. It had come out that he was arrested yesterday morning because he was at Perimeter Mall about a week before, and he got into some kind of scuffle with the security. Said something about he was going to shoot the security in the face or, fuck him up some kind of way. I guess the security guard reported it, and the police felt that it was a terroristic threat. So they went to, I don't know if he lives in Sandy Springs or if he was somewhere else, but they went to a home in Sandy Springs and they arrested him without any problem. So that's the Dunwoody Police Department. He's in jail. Then late last night, they start tweeting all this shit about him being questioned, about, conspiracy to murder Lil Wayne, him, Birdman, and this other kid, Jimmy Winfrey. You guys know Jimmy Winfrey was arrested maybe a month or so ago. I don't even think I talked about it on Top of the Blogs, but when Lil Wayne was out here, he was performing somewhere, and when he came out, his tour bus was shot up. Okay. And we also know that when Young Thug was down in New Orleans performing somewhere, there was some shit that went down there too. Now, I don't even really remember what happened, but all this happened around the same time. They finally found this Jimmy Winfrey guy and arrested him. He's been arrested for some time now. But now they're saying that Young Thug, whose name is actually Jeffrey Williams, and Birdman also was involved in this whole plot to kill Lil Wayne. I said, what the fuck is going on here? Really, you guys? That they all bloods. Everybody wants to be a blood. It's so funny to me. Like, I guess that's the big gang now. I mean, it seemed like back in the day, everybody wanted to be a Crip. Now everybody wants to be a blood. But yeah, supposedly they're all part of this blood gang. Yeah, that they was trying to kill Lil Wayne. Just the craziest. This is just some fucking craziness. Okay, I mean, you killing people because they want to get out of the damn music label. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really, really hope Birdman wasn't involved. But Birdman seems to have some type of, for real problem with Lil Wayne. It's going around that, it's a lover's quarrel, some sort of lover's spat and all of that. That shit is crazy, whatever the fuck it is. But boy, I really hope that they don't have no evidence, especially on Birdman. I mean, but then Birdman is having so many problems. I even remember I talked about in Top of the Blogs, but I think I cut it out. They kept having these false calls that, somebody was killed at Lil Wayne's mansion. The police was coming out and they had shut down the neighborhood and all of that, and then it comes out that it was nothing. That to me seems like it was a warning. Like, nigga, some shit is coming. You need to get yourself together. But, Lil Wayne had been having all these strange things happening around him, and I was just like, it sounds like somebody trying to get him. Okay, or at least trying to spook him. But yeah, now we find out that Young Thug, just like, this is some fucking foolishness. I don't really like Young Thug. I don't really like his music. I don't even like to look at him. I mean, his whole face is just gross to me. Every time I talk about him, my face be all twisted up. He's just gross. He look like he stink. But it's a shame because people love him. The kids love this Young Thug boy, and he has a promising enough career in front of him for him to just be involved in shit like this is just stupid. So now we knowing why exactly they went on ahead and arrested him, because they wanted to get him down there so they can talk to him about this other shit with Lil Wayne. I think that's the bigger case that they're trying to at least connect him to, whether or not it's true. I mean, it don't make no sense to me. I don't think that these rappers realize that this is real life. This ain't no damn TV show. This crazy. Just crazy. I can't even, my mind can't even, Anyway, that's the tea on Lil Wayne and Birdman and Young Thug and old Jimmy. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think Birdman was stupid enough to be involved in all that bullshit? Ciara's show been in the news a lot. I guess because she is with Russell, and everybody is so happy that she seems to have found her knight in shining armor. I'm happy for her. But I'm just gonna go on and say it, you guys. Ciara's strange to me. And now she done hooked up with Russell, who also seems strange to me. Like, they one strange couple, but they seem to be happy. They just seem corny to me. It always seems like she's trying extra hard, but fine. If they're together and look, if they like it, I love it. I want the girl to be happy. I mean, she ain't never really done nothing to nobody that we know of, and she just been getting fucked over so many times. So her and Russell want to be together and not have sex, then fine. Child, do what you do. Okay, but I think the fact that her and Russell's been out in the public so much has, for whatever reason, gotten Future in his feelings. Okay, him doing this interview when he hasn't done any conversations or had any comments on his relationship with Ciara, to me was sort of like he was trying to, it was almost like, I don't know if I would say he was jealous, because I really don't think Future wants to be with that child in any kind of way. But I feel like the ego had got in there, and then he just starts telling all their business, because, I mean, you ain't said shit all this time until now she talking about, refraining from having sex and, this man leading her and all of this. Now he want to be telling her business? I was just like, yeah, that's fucked up, Future. But he was telling all the business, and I was like, damn, like, this is the mother of your child and this is how you treat her? I mean, I know that we can have problems with our, baby mamas and baby daddies, but it seems like it would be some little small level of respect where, it's a line that you wouldn't cross, because you know that your child eventually is going to grow up and might hear about these things. But he didn't seem to care. He's talking about when they would have sex and, she would pray afterwards, which was concerning to me. I was like, what? I mean, I guess we trying to keep God in all things, but we fucking, we ain't married. What are you praying about? Like, are you saying forgive us for fornicating? And, I was just like, oh. I mean, that gave me the whole feeling of like, having sex in the back of a church or something. Like, it just seems like the two don't make, it don't. But anyway, that seemed to impress him. He said that he didn't never wait to have sex with her and this, that, and the other. And yeah, I was just like, Yeah, he just seems like he's in his feelings. Okay. And then Ciara responded, which I wish she didn't respond, saying, some people who aren't honest don't even deserve a response. Okay, but you're responding. And then she goes on to say that he should be more concerned about taking care of his child. I don't know if that means that he's not really involved or what, but that was her response. And then he responds back and says, I wish you didn't care, or something like that. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Future and Ciara. Future just, was a disappointment. Okay, I mean, we knew the writing on the wall. The nigga had all these damn baby mamas, and she was getting added to the mix. And I'm sure Ciara is not no street bitch, and she's not no, she obviously was quite naive and quite green, thinking that, she was the one for him. So, and then did you guys see when Ciara sang the damn national anthem at the baseball game? Y'all, if somebody don't tell fucking Ciara to sit her ass down somewhere and take a picture, don't stop all this singing mess. Oh my God, it was so bad. And she just kept on posting it on Instagram and all, her singing. And you're not a singer, Ciara. You are an entertainer. Now, bitch, if you got up there with 1-2 step and did a little jig up there, then we would have been fine. But honey, this national anthem and all of that, no, baby girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, Ciara is definitely not a singer, and that was proof. I was like, ain't nobody gonna bring a band in behind her. I mean, we can't get no music, poor child. That child just, but I like Ciara. I just think she's corny. And yeah, I thought it was pretty fucked up that Future went and told all the business. I mean, I guess if you let him tell it, the reason that they broke up is because she wanted to go more pop and mainstream, and he wanted to stick with the groove of, the kind of the R&B hip hop groove that they had going on there. And I guess they had creative differences, and I guess it leaked into their relationship and fucked it up. But yeah, that Future is something dirty. But anyway, what do you guys think about Russell and Ciara? They're a cute couple, but it's just something there. It just is odd to me. Do you guys see it, or is it just me? Word on the curb is that 50 Cent is broke and that he filed bankruptcy. Those of us who know a little bit about money and trying to protect your assets, I mean, I knew right away when they said that he filed bankruptcy, it was because he was now trying to protect his assets from being taken. When you file, I think he filed Chapter 11. When you file Chapter 11, that means that you can still hold on to your shit, however, people can't come after it. And I think that he did that because of the court case that he lost against sues Rick Ross's ex-wife for putting out that sex tape of her. She sued him, won I think $6 million, and because she said it was like defamation of character and that she had all these problems afterwards, wasn't able to keep a job, you know, was stressed out and embarrassed and blah blah blah. 50 Cent was trying to say that Rick Ross was the one who put the video out. However, he was on the video at the beginning with as some character with, you know, a wig on, you know, kind of introducing what was coming on and all of that. And honey, the jury was like, motherfucker, you put it out, you gonna pay. So he lost that court case, $6 million. I have a feeling that he filed bankruptcy so that they can't get any of the shit that he has, trying to get this $6 million out of him. If anything, 50 Cent is a smart businessman, and I'm sure he has very smart people around him that's giving him the best advice. I mean, he did sell his vitamin water stake, I believe, and I think they said he made something like $70 million from that. He has a #1 television show on Stars Network. They said that he made all this money, millions and millions of dollars, with this new underwear line that he's a part of. And yeah, so 50 Cent has a whole bunch of shit in the oven, and I guess really, if he didn't protect himself this way, it'll make people want to sue and come after all of his businesses and the things that he has. So yeah, it was a smart business move. Definitely not broke. But of course, people think, you know, bankruptcy, they think you broke. No, not our bankruptcy. Not our kind of broke. Okay, not regular nigga broke. Where we have to file bankruptcy because we about to go under. No, it's a different kind of bankruptcy for motherfuckers that got that kind of money. Okay, so yeah, you guys take yourself out the equation and try to think on bigger terms. Businesses and people do it all the time. Yeah, y'all, 50 Cent ain't broke. Trust me, he doing just fine. Draya and Orlando. Now, I talked to you guys last week about the fact that Orlando pulled back his engagement, took the ring back, and said that he should have never proposed to Draya. He's moving on with his life. Well, this week, brother man had to go and get a damn restraining order on that bitch, because I guess, you know, look, if I was Draya and my man had embarrassed me like that, you know, asked me to marry him, and then 2 weeks later decided to say, oh, we not doing this, and embarrassed me like that, then I might have cut up the food too at the house. They said that she was knocking candles over and spilling candle wax everywhere and throwing shit. They say that she put his clothes in the bathtub with a whole bunch of water and knocking pictures off the walls and crashing shit off tables and everything, and even sprayed the nigga with mace. I was just like, oh my god. I mean, I guess maybe he was trying to restrain her and she was like, nigga, get the fuck back. I mean, I just wish I could have been a fly on the wall, because it sounded like she was cutting up the food. And she also threatened to throw bleach in his eyes. So, you know, he did the right thing by going to the police. I mean, he's a football player. These football players, you know, they get in trouble so much with this domestic violence and shit. He don't need no bitch like that in his house with this craziness. I don't even know why she was still there. Okay, because if we done broke off the engagement, what the fuck is you still in the house for anyway? I guess maybe she was hoping that they could work it out or something. Yeah, he needs to protect himself at this point. That girl, all that shit that she was doing, okay, I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody had busted her ass in the mouth. So he didn't do that. He called the police and, you know, they told her that she had to leave. Then he went and got the restraining order, so now she has to stay. She can't come within 100 feet of him. Hopefully this will be the end of that, okay? Draya and him had this strange love-hate relationship anyway. You know, they were together and then they weren't together, and they were together and then they weren't together. I mean, they've had so much drama. I mean, you can kind of tell that the relationship is dysfunctional at this point. Maybe, you know, maybe they're just not right for each other, and Draya just ain't quite came to terms with it yet. Okay, but yeah, bitch, get your ass up out that house. Stay 100 feet away. Girl, go on out there and meet your new boo. Okay, there's plenty of them out there that would love to have you. Alright, you guys, and lastly, Nene and Kim's show. You know, they were supposed to have like a Nene and Kim's road trip where they take like a a bus ride, a bus trip all the way across the United States. You know, sort of like a Tiny and Shekinah or Paris and Nicole. You know, they take a bus trip across the United States and, you know, record all the shenanigans that supposedly will go down. Now it's being said that the show is canceled, and they're saying because the two women cannot get their schedules to mesh. Nene is taping her show To Tell the Truth with Betty White, and then Kim is taping her show Don't Be Tardy, and they just can't seem to get it together now. I don't understand why they can't get it together. They already said that Nene's show was only 6 episodes. And then her Don't Be Tardy, I mean, they not recording all year, right? I couldn't understand why they couldn't seem to get it together for a week or 2 or 3 and just go on and knock this show out and make their coins. Okay, so it makes me feel like it might be more to the story. I don't really know what's going on with Nene and Bravo. I was reading on, what was I reading on? I think I was reading on Funky Deneva's website when he says there may be some undercover drama going on with Nene and Bravo. I don't really know what she would be upset with Bravo about, other than maybe it wouldn't be enough money. But she's been saying that it's not about the money. So to me, I feel like Bravo has been very good to Nene. So now I'm wondering, is it Bravo that has a problem with Nene and the fact that she left? Or, you know, I don't really know what to make of it. So I'm going to just kind of keep my ear to the street and listen out and try to see what gossip is going around about Nene and Bravo and all of that. But something is strange there. It seemed like that show was going to be a no-brainer and easy enough and successful enough, and people would like to see them two back together on the screen. So I don't know why it seemed like they couldn't seem to get these schedules to mesh. Something else is up there, you guys. Guys, so that's it. Let me get off of here and start my day. You guys, we do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.